Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are unpacking a story that has taken social media by storm. A short video of ANC National Chairperson and Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, has gone viral. Now, normally when a minister trends, it's about policy decisions, corruption allegations, or a fiery exchange in parliament. But this time, the spotlight is on something completely different, his physical appearance. Yes, you heard that right. The clip shows Mantashe stepping out of a sleek black car, with the help of others, carrying a bold red bag and wearing a patterned jacket. Nothing unusual, right? But it wasn't his outfit or even the bag that set tongues wagging. Instead, the public zeroed in on his stomach, which appeared larger than usual. Within minutes, the jokes, memes, and sharp remarks started flying. Suddenly, the national debate wasn't about electricity, mining, or energy policy, but about Mantashe's body. Now, on the surface this might seem like light-hearted teasing, the kind of chatter social media thrives on. But if you look deeper, the reactions reveal something far more telling about South African politics and society. Many South Africans are frustrated with the political elite, and sometimes, a simple video like this becomes a symbol for all that resentment. Mantashe's appearance in that moment was read by some as a sign of privilege, comfort, and disconnection from the hardships ordinary citizens face every day. While millions struggle to afford food, petrol, or school fees, leaders are seen as living comfortably, insulated from the daily grind. Of course, not everyone agrees with this interpretation. Some people argue that it is unfair and even disrespectful to judge someone's health or body size based on a brief clip. After all, weight gain or physical appearance doesn't necessarily say anything about a person's capabilities, character, or leadership. And in truth, public figures are still human beings with personal lives. But here's the thing, politics is about perception, and perception often matters as much as policy. The debate around this video has tapped into broader issues of wellness, accountability, and the standards we expect from our leaders. Should leaders represent resilience, discipline, and the values they preach? Should they lead not only through words and policies but also by example in how they live? For many, the answer is yes. And that expectation can spill into personal territory, whether it's health, lifestyle, or even fashion choices. This isn't the first time a South African leader has faced this kind of scrutiny. We've seen similar reactions when former presidents or cabinet members appeared in public looking frail, tired, or unusually casual. The public is quick to analyze every detail, because these figures are not just individuals, they're symbols of governance, power, and national direction. Now, let's step back and ask why a video like this resonates so strongly. Part of it is humor. South Africans have a sharp, unfiltered sense of humor, especially when it comes to politics. When things get tough, load shedding, unemployment, corruption scandals, people often turn to jokes as a form of coping. Poking fun at a leader's jacket, bag, or belly becomes a way to release tension. But humor also carries truth, and in this case, it has exposed an underlying frustration with the gap between political elites and ordinary citizens. On the other hand, we have to recognize the downside. Fixating on appearance can distract from the real issues. Gwede Mantashe is not just any political figure. He plays a critical role in the country's energy sector, at a time when load shedding continues to strangle the economy. His decisions on coal, renewables, and mining regulation affect millions of jobs and households. Yet instead of debating policy, the conversation has shifted to body image. That's the danger of moments like these, they can trivialize serious matters. Still, ignoring the public reaction would also be a mistake. When citizens latch onto a detail like this, it's often because deeper grievances haven't been addressed. People feel disconnected from their leaders, and small things, like a video clip of someone stepping out of a car, become loaded with meaning. It's not really about the red bag or the pattern jacket. It's about trust, accountability, and representation. Interestingly, neither Mantashe nor the ANC has commented on the video. Perhaps they see it as beneath their attention, or perhaps they understand that drawing more attention would only fuel the chatter. But silence leaves the space open for speculation, and speculation spreads fast. In the age of social media, even the smallest moment can snowball into a national talking point. So where does this leave us? On one hand, it's a reminder of the enormous pressure public figures face. Every step, every word, every gesture can be magnified. Leaders are constantly performing on a stage, whether they like it or not. On the other hand, it shows how frustrated South Africans are, how hungry they are for leaders who feel accessible, relatable, and genuinely connected to the struggles of everyday life. If you look at the comments online, you'll find a mix of humor, mockery, frustration, and even a few voices urging compassion. Together, they paint a picture of a society that is impatient for change but also deeply engaged, even if that engagement sometimes comes in the form of memes and laughter. And maybe that's the bigger lesson here. Politics isn't just about budgets, laws, and policies. It's also about symbols, images, and the way leaders carry themselves in public. A red bag, a patterned jacket, a protruding belly, these become stand-ins for larger conversations about privilege, inequality, and the distance between government and the governed. So, while the video of Gwede Mantashe might seem trivial on the surface, it has opened the door to serious questions. How do we want our leaders to represent us? How do we balance respect for privacy with legitimate expectations of accountability? And how do we make sure that our focus remains on real issues, even while we laugh at the memes? What do you think? Is the public being unfair by focusing on Mantashe's appearance, or is this a justified expression of frustration with leaders who seem out of touch? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more political commentary, and share this video with your friends. That's it for today's deep dive into a story that shows how even a short video clip can spark a national conversation. Thank you for watching, and as always, see you next time.